today I have here with me Mridul Singh, who is Bitrefill's ambassador for India. And it's currently around 1 a.m. where Mridul is. So I want to say thank you for joining the interview at such a late hour. How are you doing today?
Hey Ricardo, thank you for having me. Yeah, I'm doing good. It's a pleasure to be on this call.
Awesome. One
And
second.
how's it going out with you?
Oh, I'm doing great. Thank you. It's almost 3 o'clock here in the afternoon.
All
So
right.
the reason I had you on today is because I wanted to ask you about living on crypto in India and how someone in India uses cryptocurrency, where they can acquire cryptocurrency, how they convert it to rupees, pretty much all that kind of stuff. I wanted to start by asking,
Uh-huh.
what's the current legal status of cryptocurrency right now in India? Is it legal or is it illegal?
Right. So currently it's pretty much neutral at the moment. So, the legal status for crypto in India has gone through a roller coaster. So up until 2018, it was neutral. There were no regulations at all. Then somewhere around April 2018, the Reserve Bank of India, there's issued a circular barring all banks and financial institutes from dealing in crypto altogether. So, well, the people were given about 3 months of time to convert everything to INR, to fiat. And after that, well, anybody using crypto, the bank accounts would be frozen. And that did happen with a lot of people.
Wow.
So ever since the circular, the crypto community, they had been fighting about it, and they took out numerous legal steps to oppose it. So finally, or March earlier this year, the Supreme Court they lifted their RBI ban, and that's a big win. So at the moment, it's not banned anymore.
Okay. You said people's
That's a big win.
bank accounts were frozen. Were there any
Yep, that
criminal
happened.
charges as well, or was this
Right.
or any
So
fines or anything like that?
not really. There weren't any fines, but a lot of people did get tax notifications. So it's not recognized as a legal tender, but although if you have crypto gains, all capital gains are taxable. So you need to mention that.
Okay.
And well, for the banks, so the Reserve Bank of India is the authority that all the banks fall under that. And they issued a circular, so anything which came under their regulation, they weren't allowed to deal with crypto. You had about 3 months of time, and that's it. And a
Okay.
lot of bank accounts did get frozen. That was a really bad one.
Okay. That's crazy. Um, so what is the most popular way
Right.
that people get cryptocurrency in India? Like, how do they acquire it? Do they mine it? Do they purchase it? Um, are they traders?
So mining was actually pretty famous up until 2018 or 2017, to be honest, because when we're talking about mining, you need to take into aspect the cost factor of it. So the profit was actually more than the revenue, was more than the cost of the electricity bill. Well, after that, when basically the entire crypto market had a bleeding, after that, a lot of people gave up the mining activity altogether. And after the ban, so yeah, that happened. Currently, the most famous method I'd say is exchanges and local bitcoins. Although I don't exactly go with local bitcoins, that's not a very trusted system. There's been a lot of scams involved.
Yeah.
So exchanges is good. There's a lot of exchanges at the moment. There's Wazirix, Zepe, Unocoin, CoinDCX, BitBNS. So there's a lot of them out there.
Awesome. Um, what's the most popular way to trade crypto? You say it's exchanges. That's preferred over peer-to-peer
Right,
markets.
right.
Okay. Is there?
So that's exchanges and P2P markets as well. So Wazirix is an exchange that actually started out with P2P in India,
Okay.
and it's yeah, it was actually pretty novel. So this came after the crypto ban, where you couldn't withdraw to your bank account or you couldn't deposit money from your bank. So P2P was a great way, and that's pretty much what uh, So Xerox was a new exchange at the time, and that's pretty much what kept them alive. It was a really bold move.
Awesome. That's really interesting. Um, so is how big is the crypto community in India? Is there like a huge crypto community, or is it still a pretty fringe community?
Most definitely, it's pretty huge. I mean, India contributes a lot to the entire crypto volume coming in, and it's pretty much at the booming stage right now. So because of that entire banning roller coaster, there've been stages where people wanted to exit altogether. Then ever since March earlier this year, a lot of new customers have come in. Well, according to CoinMarketCap, there's been about an 83% increase in the youth growth for crypto. So that's in the age group 18 and 24. So that is an 83% growth just in the first quarter of the year.
That's
So that's
amazing.
that's a lot.
Yeah, that is great.
Yeah, and talking about the community, Binance and Wazirix, they have a joint initiative for blockchain for India, and they announced about a $50 million fund set up for investing in blockchain projects. Infosys is a tech giant that joined Matic Network as a validator. And Wazirix posted about an all-time high with their volumes increasing up to 10 times just during the lockdown. So I think we're going pretty good.
Awesome. Is the average person in India, like your average guy on the street, would he know what cryptocurrency is, or is it just a completely foreign concept?
Right. So I think it kind of pretty much boils down to the age groups. So for an average guy, it's crypto is synonymous to Bitcoin.
Okay.
It's the educational front is very much limited to what they hear on the news. So up until 2018, the news was all about Bitcoin booming. You invest, there was a sudden boom. It went from 3,000 to $20,000. So it was there was the entire hype, and that's when people heard about cryptocurrencies first time over here. Let's say I'm talking about a general person, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So the elders are quite oblivious. They don't understand the technical aspect of it. It's a difficult time, trying to explain blockchain and Bitcoin to my grandma. So,
Yeah.
uh, right. So, and the middle gen is as informed as the news tells them. So, most of the people still think crypto is banned because, well, the banning was very widely circulated. All the news channels were like, Bitcoin is going to be banned. You have 3 months to withdraw all the money you have and everything. And when the ban was lifted, it wasn't exaggerated as much. So a lot of people still think that. As for the youth, there has been an 83% increase, as per CMC's survey. So I think that's a good sign out there. So the youth are definitely interested in it. And there's a lot of campus outreach programs for colleges. There's meetups, there's conferences. So the educational front is good.
That's great. You keep talking about the ban. It's clear that the ban had like a huge impact on cryptocurrency and adoption. Um,
It,
are there like Bitcoin ATMs in major cities, or did the ban kind of wipe those out? Um, are businesses accepting crypto? Like, can you go and pay with
right.
Bitcoin or something?
Yeah, so the ban did have a major impact. And about the Bitcoin, as at the moment, no, there was actually a Bitcoin ATM that was set up by Unicoin. This was in October 2018, and the first Bitcoin ATM was set up in Bangalore. And this was right after the ban. So basically, they set up this Bitcoin because they wanted to facilitate all the transactions that are happening. It looked like a typical ATM, except the card slot was not there. You could go up, you sign in with your Unicoin account, you can sell at the live rate. But yeah, that ATM got seized later on. So the cybercrime police registered a case against Unicoin for setting up an ATM without permission, and the ATM got seized.
Oh wow.
That was the only one out there.
Okay. What about if you go to like a business? Can you spend Bitcoin anywhere or any other crypto?
A lot of businesses, it's at the moment there's not a lot of businesses that accept crypto directly. That's because when we're looking at the business front, a general shopkeeper, that's where the middle generation population comes in, right? So all of these people, they still feel that crypto is banned, or if they deal in crypto, they're gonna get, they're gonna get a notice from the tax department, or they're gonna have cyber police chasing them. So they pretty much look at you like, hey, are you crazy or something?
Okay.
And there's also the aspect about, you can't really buy a bag of chips or a bottle of water using Bitcoin because the transaction fees, right? I mean,
Mhm.
it's definitely more than a bottle of water.
Yeah. Okay. That
And
makes sense.
people mostly recognize Bitcoin. So yeah, but kudos to Bitrefill. They're making that a reality. Gift cards are accepted everywhere.
Okay. That's brings me into my next question. What would you say are the most useful bit refill gift cards for people in India?
Right. So the most useful I'd say is Paytm, Amazon, Flipkart, Big Basket, Book My Show, Make My Trip. These pretty much cover everything you'd ever need in your daily life, right? If you want from mobile recharges, groceries, you want to buy some groceries, you have Big Basket, you have Grofers, cab bookings, there's Uber vouchers, movies, Book My Show, flights, hotel bookings, there's Make My Trip, and then Amazon, right? So Paytm is widely accepted everywhere. It pretty much covers everything. That's all you ever need, right?
Awesome. That's great to
Paying
hear.
your rent, you can do all of it.
That's fantastic. Um, where do you see crypto in India in like 5 years in the future?
In 5 years, well, if I'm to have an optimistic view about it, I can probably see it being accepted in a lot of places. We already have a lot of major developments coming up. Telangana is to be announced as India's blockchain capital. So there's a lot of progress going on. The users are increasing. Crypto adoption is becoming mainstream. Well, the blockchain potential is being realized, right? So down the line, I can at least imagine a lot of shops accepting Bitcoin or crypto in general. So and then crypto cards are becoming mainstream. That's happening. So and it's all good. It's all fun and games until the crypto bill passes. So there's speculation about a crypto bill going around in the government. That is, if the bill passes, there would be a blanket ban on crypto altogether, and that's going to be huge step backwards. But well, it's still speculation, so there's no formal announcement. So let's just keep it over there. Right now, I think we have a bright road ahead.
Awesome. What do you think is the most important thing for someone to know who wants to live on crypto in India?
Right. So the most important thing is how to use Bitrefill. Yeah. So if you want to live on crypto, you definitely need to know that. I mean, right. So there's hardly any shops that accept crypto right now, and with Bitrefill, we have all the vouchers. So we have all the vouchers for pretty much everything. I mean, there's 200 plus for India alone, and that covers pretty much everything you'd need in your daily life. That well, not even everything. You even have vouchers for paying for your beer, for buying clothes, for pretty much everything and anything you'll need. Jewelry, electronics, it's all there. So you definitely need that.
Well, that's really inspirational to hear. Um, is there anything that I haven't asked you that you'd like people to know about either cryptocurrency in India or living on crypto?
Right. So I would most definitely like to, make this aware to the people again that crypto is not currently banned in India. And there are no plans at the moment. It's all speculation. So don't believe what you hear unless there is a formal announcement. So go ahead. There's been a lot of adoption, and blockchain is becoming mainstream. So yeah, and if you want to live on crypto, then you need to know how to use Bitrefill. That's pretty much it.
Awesome.
Live on crypto.
Well, hey, Mridul, thank you very much for taking the time to answer my questions. I appreciate it. Um, you had some great answers.
Right. Thank you, Ricardo, for having me. It was great talking to you.